Back to music. You've got two EPs that you've completed. First full length album coming out mid-year this year.
Fingers crossed. I know I've been promising this for quite a while, and life keeps getting in the way. We are sitting on about 140 songs right now that are in various forms of done. So
Really?
yeah, it's been about a 10-year process to
The 10-year overnight sensation. It's the golden rule, Matt.
you know what's funny about that too? I mean, Nashville specifically advocates that it's a 10-year town, and it's been written about it.
Mm.
Meaning everyone thinks they're going to get their first condo, show up at a writer's round, everyone's going to fall in love with them, they're going to be famous. And if you ask the people that have been wildly successful, that was the first thing everyone said to me was, this is a 10-year town. If you don't have it in you to make sure that you commit from now for the next 10 years, there's a really good probability that you're not going to achieve the success that this industry has to offer. Um, I have an incredible friend and mentor of mine named Rob Snyder. And if you look up Rob Snyder, he is one of the elite songwriters in Nashville. He's actually also a Philly guy. And Rob was one of the guys, he wrote She Got the Best of Me for Luke Combs,
Hmm.
Front Door Famous on his most recent album, written a ton. And Rob was one of the first people that told me that. He was right place, right time, hosting a writer's round at I think it was at the Tin Roof on Demumbrian if you're in Nashville. And Luke Combs walks into town for the first time, just right off, the bus and just says, "Hey, I'm just here, new in town, just want to meet some people, want to do some co-writes." Had Luke on his writer's round called Revival and built a friendship. And basically, a good portion of Luke Combs' first record was written by Rob and Luke. So it took Rob, 5 or 6 years to build that thing, then 2 or 3 more years for Luke to get really successful. And now he's at, I think, year 10 or 11, where you look back and it's like, that was my 10-year town experience. But it takes a long time.
Funny moment that occurred, I think, midway through last year. Uh, Lainey Wilson saw Reba McEntire backstage. I think maybe it was the CMAs or something, and Reba said to her, "Well, it sure is good to have you here. You're a great talent. Welcome to Nashville." And Lainey turned to her and said, "Well, I've been here for 10 years." It's exactly the rule. It's exactly the rule.
It
All
is.
right. So for first full length mid-year, you're playing a couple of festivals coming up. We mentioned the Barefoot Country Music Festival and the Carolina Country Music Festival as well, right? I know your goal and ambition is keeping things in your music life and your home life solid. Well, what happens when you make it, Matt? How do you adjust for that?
Jason, if I'm being honest with you, I don't mean to sound corny about this in any kind of way. I have wildly exceeded any expectation that I had of my music career. And I mean that so sincerely. It's been an evolution. If you would have asked me 10 years ago where I wanted to be, I would have looked you right in the eye and said, you know, the level of, Brett and Brantley and all these other guys, I can very truthfully sit here in front of you and tell you, if I'm able to play the shows that I feel comfortable playing and get home to my kids at night, there's nothing more than I can ask for. I don't care where the stage is. I love it too much to, have other ambitions other than where I'm at right now.